Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. In front of us we have the Oncheer 2076BT. It's an AM, FM, Bluetooth, MP3 player, shortwave, retro, portable radio. You can find it selling on Amazon USA for right around $18.99 retail, though they had a coupon around Black Friday bringing the price down to $15.99. So if you wait, you might find it at that price in the future. Look at the box, Oncheer. Now the picture is definitely a darker color than what's advertised on Amazon. I thought I was going to get a brighter turquoise color. This is more of a dusty, dark emerald color, so kind of interesting. Retro radio, got the battery, kind of weak on the capacity side, but is replaceable, which is nice. There you go. You got 128 gigabyte support for the MP3 player. Nice. Enjoy it. So yeah, they're telling you what to do. Retro radio, retro vibes, timeless sound. I do like the style. That's why I picked it up. They have two different ones available: wood grain and green, and then of course here's the wood grain one. Wood grain's nice. In here is the cable. Let's go ahead and open it up because I forgot to take it out. Fun surprises. See what else is in there. Okay, we got some bubble wrap. The radio was in, and yes, the charging cable. It is a USB to USB-C. Very simple. Okay, cool. Set that aside. What else we get? We get the radio. Yeah, that's it. Nice. See, it definitely a darker green, but I like it. Kind of forest green. I guess you'd call that forest green, yeah. But I like it. It looks pretty snazzy. All right, great. So, yeah, you get the cable, rock and roll. So there's that. Toss that aside. We'll see that. Instructions. We always got those. Destructions, what do you want to call them? All right. Do we need them? We'll just go over them real quick. I don't even know where they start. Here we go. All right. So yeah, there's your picture. Yeah. User manual. Okay. This is a real simple radio to use. You probably don't need all this, but just in case, we'll zoom in here. As you can see, output power, speakers, about 2¼ inch. Nice. FM, AM, and shortwave bands. Cool thing about shortwave, it says 5.622, but it does have the hidden band, which is rather tricky to get to, but it gets it down to 3.2 megahertz, which is nice. It says over 3 hours using time. Well, it goes a little higher than that. I tested it, so it should be good. Should get more than 3 hours, and we'll talk about that. And some compliance stuff that nobody reads. Okay, and I think on this side, what's going on over here? Okay, we got a little point and shoot there. Okay, boom, done. All right, so the radio dimensions. We have 7 inches in length, we have 4 inches in height, and we have 4 inches in depth. So it's pretty deep. Pretty amazing. All right, size comparison. We always have a few radios handy. I have CC Pocket in the house. Current time is 11:51 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. For the sake of any band scans we do with this radio, the month is November. We're at the end of it, 2025. There you go. So pocket looking pretty small when you do have a 4-inch depth. So yeah, it's good. It helps the audio big time. I love the speaker audio in this thing. Here's CC Skywave 2. Awesome. If you don't have those two radios, of course we always have a deck of cards, and you know who it is, right? Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves retro radios from China land. Ding, 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 ding. Home of the retro radio man. They make so many of these radios. I keep getting them because it's pretty much what's newly offered. So that's why you see so many of them on my channel. But I like them. They're awesome. All right, let's zoom it on down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so you got the size. Let's go over features. So yeah, you got that cabinet, which isn't too bad. Seems sturdily built. You know, doesn't seem too cheap. Yeah. Going to the front here, I like what they did here with the kind of a silver white paint job over the metal speaker grill. And behind there's your 2¼ inch speaker, which again has some awesome audio, which you'll hear in a moment. On-off volume control with a bright dial light there. Super bright, actually. I wish that was less bright, but I'll talk about that later. There you go. Band select switch, we have MP3, Bluetooth mode, FM, AM, and shortwave. Now the hidden segment is, again, rather tricky to get to. It's between shortwave and AM. So we're on shortwave right now. There's AM. It's a tiny little throw, so you're trying to get like right in between the two. which that might be right now, to get to the hidden band. Yeah, we're going to start in probably MP3 mode, so we'll go all the way to MP3. Model number, our dial, let's zoom in on that. So the inner circle, it's a shortwave. There's this 5.6 to 22 megahertz. And like I mentioned, the hidden band segment is 3.2, and I believe it goes up to 8 megahertz. Middle one there says AM 522 to 1710. It is 10 kilohertz stepped, though the antenna is interesting in here. Most Ferrite antennas run on the front of the radio or the back of the radio in this position. This particular radio, the antenna is in this position, so you have to aim your radio differently to get the reception. Typically, you would do this to aim the radio, but now with the antenna going this way, I won't pick up a thing holding the radio like this, like I usually do in my videos. I have to hold it like this, and I have to aim the edge of this to the station I want to receive. Kind of annoying, but Sangean radios have that. Some of them, not the portables, but their tabletop counterparts have the antennas running like that. So just interesting. But anyway, yeah, nicely tuned. FM 87 to 108. And of course, you saw the dial light. It has 4 bright white LEDs behind the yellow plastic there. So yeah, they could have done amber lights. I wish they would have done that instead. Probably less expensive too. I don't know. It would look more a warmer color. I would have liked that. Little feet on the bottom, little pads there. Nice. Keep it from sliding off, I guess. Going to the top of the radio, we have our MP3 player. So we have backtrack, forward track, rewind, fast forward in MP3 mode. We have pause, play, and our TWS system. So you have 2 of these radios. You can have left and right channel stereo sound. There's our charge input, type C, USB, and then it's a charge status. So it has red when you're charging and green when it's finished. I like that when it goes green. Then just turn off. So it's done when it's green. Sweet. Notice a charge rate of 700 milliamps when the battery is completely emptied. Here we have a micro SD card slot. The SD card does stick out, unfortunately, and we have a thumb drive support, which we're going to use. I'll plug it in right now. I got a 16 gig. I don't have 128 to test, but I'm sure it'll work fine. Here's 16 gigs. Little profile. I like the way that sits, so yeah, less likely to snap off. Back of the radio, we have our antenna. It comes up and swivels. Nice. I like how it swivels backwards like this as well. So you get your nice horizontal position. Of course, you can aim it backwards too, depending on where your station's at an FM. It can be tricky and a lot of fun. This is 16.5 inches in length, which is also nice to see because I hate the little 10-inch jobbers. It's like, oh man, what am I going to pick up with that? Here we have our 18650. Let's pop the door open. And you can see it's got a wimpy 1200 milliamp hour capacity. It's an unprotected button top, so you know what that means. Usually means you can upgrade it to an XH Data 3000 or something similar. They got Samsungs out there with the protected or unprotected button tops you can pick up. 18650batterystore.com. I'm not affiliated with them, but just thought I'd plug them real quick. But there you go. Increase the capacity. Now, I did a current test with this radio running on FM at medium volume, and it pulls about 80 milliamps. So I figured about 15 hours of play on the stock battery, and with this battery, you're going to get well over closer to 40 hours. So well over 30. So yeah, you definitely worthy of the upgrade. If you love your retro radios and you don't want to charge them all the time, that is the way to go. I do like the door here. Nice. And access to that battery. They give us a carry lanyard, which, to be honest with you, it's a pretty big radio for a carry lanyard. Probably will be pulled off, I imagine, because, yeah, that's not very useful. Seriously, yeah. It's going to break, probably. It's a pretty heavy radio, so. All right. Let's talk about reception reports. You can turn this thing on and have some fun. Go through all the bands. So reception reports, I go over all 3 of them. So FM reception, this scored a 3-star, which is above average. A DSP radio, digital signal processor type chip with an analog scale. It's very typical. You're going to see that almost every radio reviewed on my channel, unless it's a classic radio. This is new. They come out, they don't have analog radios out there much anymore. New ones coming out anyway. So you can still pick up an odd text in here and there that's analog. But yeah, so it's got 3-star rating. It found 64 stations. Awesome. And it had good selectivity as well, probably because of the extra length in the antenna. Medium wave. So going down to the AM broadcast band, I was pretty impressed. It was great on locals, good on semi-locals. During the day, once I figured out that the antenna was running the right way, when I first was sitting there with the radio, I was like, what is going on? I can't pick up a thing. I thought the radio was like dead on medium wave. But then I figured out, oh, wow, the antenna's in a different position, which you're going to see here in a second. But yeah, so I give it a pretty decent score on the medium wave. I don't score it different like on the FM. I just tell you how it does on that medium wave band because it can fluctuate, depending on conditions. And when we talk about shortwave, it did above average. It found 14 stations. Now that could be solar cycle getting a little bit more intense, energizing the atmosphere, or we could just be a more sensitive radio. I'm going to contribute to the antenna length, giving us a little extra reception. So average is around 10 stations. So it found 14. Not bad. So I'll give it above average. So let's turn it on and have some fun. We're going to demo some royalty-free music with the MP3 player there with the USB flash drive. And then we'll switch over to AM band, then go to FM and shortwave. So let's go ahead and start this up.
765.
So if you notice no light on the MP3 or Bluetooth mode.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
I'm not sure if I mentioned it. The MP3 player only remembers current track, not position within the track. So if you got long files, you're not going to be happy. If you have short songs, you'll be happy.
The Johnson's wax peel on home with women who have been using Johnson's self-polishing glow coat for years now like it even better than ever. And here's why. Glow coat has been improved. The new Johnson self-polishing glow coat now shines nearly twice more and in a totally long black coat I've gaily around the living room with that I wonder how much it would cost to redecorate look in her eyes. It's high time that a man like Mr. McGee, who's been pinching the budget for a new bowling ball, did some fast thinking. Like right now, as we join Fibber McGee and Molly.
Let me see. If the walls were painted sort of a dusty green and the ceiling an off-white, this carpet would still be all right.
Hey, Molly, you know what month this is?
Yes, February. And we've got to get that old floor lamp out of here.
Huh?
It's been knocked over so many times it ducks whenever we come into the room.
There you go. You get the idea. I just got stuck on that commercial. It's pretty funny. Iron Man. Oh, buddy. You got to have little props, right? Yeah. Set him aside. Okay, so that is the MP3 player. Let's turn that off. Pull that out. Boom. Show you the Bluetooth. Just says Bluetooth, I think.
Bluetooth mode.
There you go. Our usual Asian woman there. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and go to the AM band. Light comes on. Now we're not going to pick up much here, so I have to actually put the radio down. So I'm going to just do it like this. I know it's uneventful for you guys. Just go for locals.
Milwaukee's history continues to be written, and you can hear all about it as news on 540 WAUK.
There you go, you got call letters.
The Packers prepare for the Lions. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. NFL, the Packers head to
Lose reception.
Thanksgiving kickoff at Ford Field at noon Thursday.
Lose reception. Station's that way.
Sprain he suffered last week against the Giants. Is that why he was only handing off the ball with his right hand?
Money you deserve. The maximum payout. They know the insurance companies and how to deal with them.
Here's 560 Chicago. Local.
Crosscom Construction and Public Adjusters.
This is Dan Lights with Crosscom. You can trust us with your home or business for high-quality work and fair prices. It's the only way we do business.
I'm Sean Brenda.
100 most influential.
I get tomato if I got tomato lying around the house, which is rare. I don't do the grocery shopping. No.
Safety reform has contributed to reshaping Baltimore's national image, attracting positive attention and investment in the city's progress.
The Hot Pocket is just so quick. And they are good. Like, you might think Hot Pockets are gross, but they do taste good. The concept of a Hot Pocket, maybe?
Hot Pocket. I used to eat those when I was younger. Now, no way. It's a gut buster. But anyway, yeah, this is 670 The Score, WCR Chicago, home of the Cubs.
But it is good. What did you go with? Because they used to have a lot more flavors, and we've talked about this. They've
5-game win streak. Notre Dame is 9th in the latest college football rankings. Ohio State and Indiana.
720 WGN Chicago.
Notre Dame hoops tops Rutgers 68-63. Loyola.
CFZM, Zoomer Radio. Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast. So we can pick up the stations for sure. Look at that, you can see the lights in there. Like I said, it's 4 bright white LEDs. You can see through the charge ports there. Shiny, shiny. All right.
For an entire hour, your show's ratings might not look very good, so I'll stick to 4 minutes. But if I had to...
780.
Oh, come on, you're great, Paul. You make me sound smart.
Yeah, well...
An application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group does not allow for...
Sounds like 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. It's 300 miles. And, yes, southeast. As you can see, I have to line the radio up that way.
Most likely so. You could rent it. It was a...
What about it?
The Izzy Table's glass is soul crystal.
And, like that young man in your classroom?
Hey, technological system. I think tonight you were feeling pretty good.
Yeah, just keep going. I put a lot of time in. I sacrificed a lot of time away from my family.
Weekend. Overnight, mostly cloudy with a low of 30. Wednesday, sunny, high 37. Partly cloudy Wednesday night, low 23. Sunny on Thanksgiving, high 36. Then a 30% chance of snow starting Friday afternoon, continuing into the weekend. I'm Elaine Lee Irvin.
Broadcasting from the Hy-Vee Studios. Radio.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to have to put a pop-up for that. I didn't quite catch that station idea. But Coast to Coast is coming on, so yeah. Pretty much done with the AM band here. Let's go to the top of the dial. I think that might have been 1100 WTAM. Sound about right.
And we are usually, in fact, scheduled.
That's where I'm at in the dial.
Let's get right to it. There is a number of different stories that are going on right now, including...
I got 1610 CHHA Toronto. Music there, 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa, 200 miles to the west. Whoops. Okay, I think that's some Greek music. I'll put a pop-up for that too as well. All right, cool. So we're done with the medium wave band. Boy, you can barely read that. It's so bright. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the bottom of the band. We'll go to shortwave. We'll start at 5.6. We're going to hook up a wire to it. So let's go ahead and pull this out. And we'll go to this second segment from the top. Gives you a little bit of strength to clip. We're going to clip a 22-foot wire to it. This is a Kato T1. I'll have links with the radio and the wire, because people ask about this all the time. So let's go ahead and hook that up. All right, so it gives us a little extra reception. I'm a subfloor basement, so this helps. This wire just goes to the inside of my window here above, so it gets some aerial, which is nice. So it does a job. You don't have to worry about lightning or anything. So that's a good thing. All right. Bottom of the band. Let's see what's going to pick up. Hopefully something. Storming outside a little bit. Not storming, raining. Wait, I'm thinking about an AM band still. Here we go.
Or NATO, and I believe it will be crucial to maintain this open communication both between ourselves and with our other partners. So,
to ban a certain food from the Thanksgiving table. I think I have the answers to what that is.
For just a minute about the main trading company. The proprietor, Richard Lanyard. He's the guy that started the
energy policy.
Archaeologists are concluding a major investigation into the 12th century origins of Ferrite, a Moravian town about 60 kilometers west of Brno. There were
a rough night there on that band. So let's see if we can't hear the hidden band. So let's see if we can play with that. Now we're going for 3.2. Let's find a speaker first. Where was she? Let's go down here.
And I was surprised to call
Okay.
their colleagues, their friends.
I think this is 5.93 megahertz.
Are from different walks of life.
There's AM.
Whether that be in regarding the Bible. Now, I've read the.
Okay, there's a hidden band. That's CHU. That's 3.33 megahertz. So now we got opened up the bottom of the band. So that's nice. So we'll be able to get 4840 WWCR, which is good for those who live in the Midwest, Tennessee. What do you call it? Worldwide country radios on. Got our typical 80-meter chatter. Ham band. I think that's a guy broadcasting full AM. I don't hear 4840. Wow, that's a bummer. Oh, there we are.
Thanks, Senior, and setting the words on fire.
I can't run on music, but it sounds good, and I like to listen to that at night. Old school country. Time signal WWV, Fort Collins, Colorado, 890 miles west. Nice. Picking up some music there out of Cuba, 5025 kilohertz Radio Rebelde. Nice. I'm saying that right.
The French language, so I really was in love with the French language. I started to learn French when I was 11. So it was a combination of factors, really. So it was this passion for French. I also, when I was 16, I met my future husband, and he was...
Hold on. That's what they want to talk about in Europe. That's what you're talking about in the United States. And eventually, they will... Attack.
Okay, now we're at 6 megahertz again. So 6 megahertz way over here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The hidden band thing is a cool little trick. Now that works on most of these retro radios that have that selector switch. Kind of like that. So nice. Give it a try if you have a radio like similar. It works. The Oncheer, the other one I reviewed, where it had a darker window, which I liked. Another retro one had similar results. So let's go ahead and go to the FM band and finish this up. Go to the bottom. I'm going to have to go fairly quick because I can't hover on the music, but let's see what we pick up. Okay, MP3, FM. Okay, it's FM. All right.
My faith is wavering.
Pick his team, pick his size, voila. Christmas done. I wish it was that easy. Did you know? I'm Karen. It's Caleb, and I have been struggling to... What's
going on, y'all? This is Morgan Wallen.
I'll never see you through closing eyes.
Including ugly sweaters and beernaments. Leah, what's a beernament?
Well, Tom, it's an ornament that has a beer on the inside, and then when you're done drinking it, you hang it from your tree by the tab.
I'm only going to put beernaments on my tree this year. Just about.
So check out The Mailroom on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow The Mailroom.
You got the... Guess you're getting everything you want. You bought a new car and your career.
You know, it's a testimony. Into something that
let a wave touch my back.
morning where hope you're doing well.
Great. City Colleges even has.
Your mood can change with the very next song.
So stick around and worship.
Air One.
Lanyard está liderando la manera en la que el mundo.
You've worked hard. You've earned a life that.
Amor. 7. ¿Dónde es?
Okay, we're done. That's the FM. Now, it wasn't super spectacular. Probably better upstairs next to a window. But I get what I get out of here. So here we go. Let's unclip that. Do final thoughts on the Oncheer 2076BT. Yeah, liking this radio. It went on sale. I think I posted it as a deal. Whoops. Can't see that on camera. I'm missing it. And I posted it says when it went down $15.99. People were like, yeah, I want one. And they got them. They're all happy. Everybody's had one. Had a lot of luck with it. So those who have trouble with the medium wave, if you haven't figured it out by now, the antenna is sitting like this. I'm thinking it's over here maybe or something, away from the dial lights. I don't know why they did it that way. This thing's pretty long and it's pretty deep. I don't know why they wouldn't, put it towards the back. I don't know. I don't get it. I almost want to go in there and see if I can move it. Really, I do. See if it gets better reception. I have no idea, but it should. Ah, man, whatever. It's probably glued in there pretty tight. Anyway, likes, low cost, hello. Speaker audio, yeah, that's awesome. Cabinet design, I do like the way this looks. The lit dial, it is nice. I mean, it's nice, better than no lit dial. I wish it was lit on the what do you call it, the MP3 mode. That'd be nice, give it that warm feeling when you listen to some old-timey radio. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But it is what it is. So that should be in my dislikes and wants. I'm getting to that. Let's see. Good reception in all three bands. Yeah, it really does have good reception in all three bands. You will be surprised for a radio under $20 like this style. Rocking and rolling. So I love it. The FM was really slapping the bass there. This sounds really good. This speaker. I was liking that FM. A replaceable 18650. Can't stress that enough. That is beautiful because if it dies, you can go get these anywhere. And they're going to be making these long into the future, I am sure. And they're going to improve on these as well, I imagine, getting higher and higher capacity. I think up to 4,000 now on capacity, which I didn't think was legit, but it's legit. So yeah, awesome stuff. Direct tuning, this is really cool. It's direct. There's no belt, so there's no backlash. I like the way this tunes. This is the way I think all radios should tune directly with these DSPs. You never have to worry about any kind of dial backlash or an issue with that. So something to think about. I think there's an alignment issue here with that line versus the point. I don't know why that's off. I just noticed that. Whatever. If you have OCD, that's going to bother you. It's a little off. It's noticed it right now. That's hilarious. Anyway, I like the direct tuning. Nice antenna length. Yes, can't stress that enough on the back. 16.5 inches. Can find most stations, no problem, without assisting with a wire. Fantastic, but the wire is going to make a big difference depending on your location. Bluetooth MP3 player. It's included, so use it. It's great. Use it. I really like it. You can play some good stuff out of it. This is a good Christmas style radio. I like it. USB-C charging. Yep. I like that it has a green and red light. Yay. Wants, dislikes. A warmer dial light. I mentioned it a few times already. Put some amber lights back there. Make this warmer and have it turn on with USB mode. Thank you. Drive through. Come again. Or Bluetooth. Same as that. It's got to come on both. Because they're this little service mount LEDs. They can't take much current to run. So I don't know why they would turn them off. You would think it would be vice versa. It's like they affect the radio reception, but they don't. So, yeah, go figure. Again, I would love a higher capacity battery included because these radios, they pull a lot of juice. A 1200 milliamp just ain't going to cut it nowadays. Come on, guys. A 2000 cell or a 2500, they're cheap as dirt. Why can't you throw one of those in there? So hoping in the future they start to realize that. I've seen a little trend towards 2000s, which is better than nothing. So let's see if they can get there with this radio. So overall, yeah, it's a well-made retro radio. It has a style that stands out. So yes, definitely gets a recommended buy. I like the brand. It's never failed me. Definitely gets a thumbs up. If you like the brand, you like these inexpensive retro radios, hit subscribe at the bell icon if you haven't already. And 3, comment down below what you think about the Oncheer 2076BT. Is it for you? All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.